What's up guys, it's Drac, and today we have a super exciting package. So you guys know I'm all about the 3D printed blasters from small makers. Like, they are so cool that the blaster space is getting more and more bespoke and more custom and more DIY. It's just, it was my dream for the hobby for so long. And even though it's taken this very iterative kind of path, like, we're there. Like, everybody is capable of making pretty much anything now. No excuses, non-makers. But this comes to us from my friend Heath Hale. And I'm not going to tell you what's inside until I open it, but as you guys know, like, I'm a big fan of a certain real steel trajectory lead thrower, and it rhymes with assert beagle. But this is Heath Hale's Desert Pigeon, done up in Drac colors, and I am so very excited to have one of these here in our studio to review for you. So let's pull it open. I do just want to point out, before I get too into it, like, does that bear a striking resemblance to anyone for you? So it's super cool that he did this doodle on the box for me. I love it. It's like a cartoon version of me. For those of you that don't know, Heath has a webcomic. I think that's his primary form of income and what have you, and he is a hobbyist in the nerfing community, but his webcomic is super slick. I've checked it out myself in the past. He and his sibling, Brianna, actually share that. They both have webcomics, and they both make, oh yeah, blasters. So, this is the MHP Arms, Mr. Heath Pants Arms, Desert Pigeon. You've got these derpy pigeon handle scales on here. It is black, it is red, it's got a super funky firing mechanism on it, and we're gonna have to open it up to add a lipo to it, but the lipo is going to hide inside, but it is just an oversized, like, Nerf pistol, and it's starting to look pretty Real Steel-esque. Like, no diggity, but got these tiny flywheels designed to fit into compact spaces, and this is a very cool, like, concept by Heath Pants. It says over here, powered by FTW, which is for the win, but in this case I believe that that's the guys over from Flywheel the World, and then this of course accepts Katana mags, and those are the at least the distinctive geometry, if you can find them these days. They are hard to get your hands on now, but that is the distinctive geometry the hobby has chosen to fling half links like this. So I'm eventually going to want kind of a short one so that I can very much Alucard my Desert Pigeon. But let's go ahead, crack it open, and put a battery inside, see how it performs. Alrighty, so we've gone ahead and taken the top slide off of the Desert Pigeon, and you can see in here, this is possibly the world's smallest flywheel cage. It is so cute. And then over here, we've got this convoluted pusher system, which lets you from the back here pull one dart off of your Katana mag each time. Now, the Katana mag slides in like that, and it kind of sits like so. And then to get it out, this area of the trigger guard, you just kind of push down on it. I'm sure that, like, you could get to the point where just pushing your trigger finger forward, you'll do the same thing, but that's magazine in, trigger finger forward, and it drops out. So we could fit a much larger battery than this, certainly, but we are going to take one of our trusty dusty graphene 2S's and sneak that in like so. And then there's a return spring built into here. And I do just want to compliment Heath because, like, there's so many little intricacies here that are making this blaster work. Like, this is custom putty work up here on the inside. He's heat formed the barrel shroud here. Like, a lot of work definitely went into getting this all together and fitted. So we want our return spring to actually function. So we're going to try and get that over this, and then we're going to pull that forward, tease the whole shroud on. I mean, it's remarkable how similar this is to the size profile of the Desert Eagle. Although I guess it is shooting 50 caliber ammunition. It's very appropriate. And now we've got that on. And so here in the back, we're going to want to tease these wires down. And if I do have a single complaint, it's what a tremendous chore it is to load this battery in and then get everything settled after the fact. So, whew, all right, get that in like there. And then I don't actually know how to tell when this barrel is totally lined up, but then these two screws here in the back are what holds the whole system together. And I feel like, right or wrong, I've got them set into something there. So, all right, so pulling the trigger halfway. That's a spicy meatball. Revs these flywheels, and you can actually see that because this isn't just cosmetic to mimic the real steel equivalent. You pull this back, you hold this up. Mine doesn't fit exactly, so I do have to apply that pressure, but pull it back, hold it up, and you guys can see there's my tiny flywheels going. And it wants to snap that slide forward. So let's go ahead, throw our magazine in. We are all lined up and good to go. We got our barrel shroud on. Let's go ahead and fire it for you guys. So it does look a little funky, which is why I would love to print up some smaller katanas, but let's go. So there's a Nerf blaster the size of a Desert Eagle. Some of these Whirlybird, most of them are shooting pretty straight. This is awesome. Again, magazine release down there. Got one shot left. Throw it back in. Oh, heck yeah. So, I mean, that is very, very cool. Let's take it outside and give our final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so we brought our Desert Pigeon out here to play. We've got our Katana magazine here. We're gonna go ahead and slide that in. We're gonna take a few ranged shots with it, but I mean, this has such a great ergonomic profile to it, and the loading through the handle is something that Rival does very well, and I'm just thrilled to see in our maker space all of a sudden. So let's fire it. It's not going to win any range competitions anytime soon, but it is shooting half lengths in a very compact package, about 35, 40 feet right here. I'm sure that I don't even know what motors are in this. I think that I saw when I had it cracked open that these were Honey Badgers. So in theory, the Honey Badgers, which is the 2S Aussie spec pusher motor, I think it's been so long, I use only foam blast motors now that, I don't know, I'm going to have to print one of these up and filament them. I'm going to have to neo-fang it up. There's got to be a way to get slightly more out of this compound package, but the overall... I mean, this is definitely 2010 me's dream HVZ blaster. This is everything that I wanted, was just to pull this out of a duster and go full Alucard on zombies. This is awesome. It might have to come with me to California. It would if it weren't so Drac colored, so Deadpool-esque with the black and red. This orange tip is so very, very important, but once you've started getting into the ergonomics and profiles of actual real steel components, especially playing at night, I don't know if that orange tip is enough to save you from the fine men and women of law enforcement. So I think this one is an SE&C only, cover myself in orange ribbon tape sort of blaster, but I love it. How cool is this? On private fields, things like Atomic, this is going to rock the house. So that is my take on the Desert Pigeon by Mr. Heathpants. What an ultra sweet blaster build. Much love, Nerf on, Drac out. But before I go, comment down below, which lead flinger would you like to see flame foam next? Because I might have to do something with this crazy cool tiny cage geometry. So neat.